Hello, everyone. Welcome to your first happy hour. So I am Cortney with balancewithcortney.com, and I am here to inspire you to find your happy and make it a daily habit. And what other way than to talk everything happy? So my intention with happy hour is to come together and get to know each other, get to know who I am, and let me get to know who you are. And I want to know what you want to know about, what you want me to get on at happy hour and talk about, even if it's just a little chit chat. Because I am full of tips and tools on how to maintain your happy and make it a daily habit. Because I too once did not feel happy. And I found it. And I did it with daily things, following my joy every single day, right? It's the things we do, the consistency every single day that brings us our hopes, our dreams, and our desires. So today we are talking about intuition. So I want to cheers for happy hour. It's actually 4:30 here in Arizona, and I'm drinking my afternoon tea. I call it magical mushrooms because they balance my hormones and make me happy. Rasha, big shout out to Rasha. Amazing, amazing company. Cafe or decaf tea. They do have versions where they put coffee in it, they put cocoa in it, and all that is on my website if you're interested. I love to share all my happy habits. And one of those is drinking my tea right about 3:30 when I need that little pick-me-up. So we are going to start out this talk with really getting in tune with our body, because what is your intuition? Your intuition is that internal compass, right? That feeling that tells us yes or no. Go here, don't go there. Go, stop, pause. All those little sounds. Something that the more you listen to it, it can get as specific as you need to go outside and take a walk. And then you go outside and take that walk and you run into a friend you haven't seen for a while. So everything leads up to another, and it's all meant to be. And we start there by quieting and listening to our internal guidance. So another way it can be called is knowing. It's a feeling. So it's that knowing. It's like you walk into a store and you instantly know something. It's the knowing. Right? We don't have to think about it. It's just a feeling that happens and we know, right? A smell, it will bring back a memory. It's just an instant knowing. That's our internal guidance. Taking an action without knowing why, right? So sometimes we will just do something and be like, why do we do that? Well, that's our internal guidance. It's directing us to make another choice. And the more we listen to that, the less choices we make that we're not so happy about, right? Because we're listening to our internal guidance, and that's where we can trust. We get the best advice. It all starts with you. Intuition is when your soul and heart speak. Oh, I just love that, right? We're so quiet. I wish. We're so loud in our life now, right? Everything's on. We have social media, we have TV, we have just people everywhere. It's just loud, and it's rare that we take time to just quiet and listen. And when we do that, we can hear what our heart is saying. We can hear what our soul is saying. We can hear our internal guidance, but we can't hear it if we're loud. We can't hear it when we're talking, when we're distracted, when we're looking at our phone all day. We miss that magic. So that's why I want to talk about this today. Because if we listen to our internal guidance on a daily basis, we made it a habit, we did something daily, and I will give you techniques soon. We did something daily to listen to our internal guidance. Wow, guys, everything, all your thoughts, dreams, and desires would present themselves. It would be like your life just flows with ease because you are listening to that internal voice. I find with moms, we tend to recognize that voice and listen to it more. And it's usually in emergency situations, right? That's when we hear our intuition. That's when it's super, super loud, right? Is when it's an emergency. But it is speaking all day long. It just is not as loud. So we need to quiet so we can hear it. So I'm going to start just grounding us. Okay, so grounding us means, feet on the ground, thinking of nature, just really getting in your body and out of all other distractions. So I'm just going to bring you back into your body and into your heart so you can really listen to what it has to say. So everyone close your eyes, and I love to start with taking 3 deep belly breaths. And these are very slow, intentional breaths where you feel your tummy rising and falling with ease. And make sure to breathe out your mouth. And with that breath, just feel your whole body relaxing, like everything from your day just washes away. It's almost like everything gets louder. You can feel, you can hear so much more. So now just feel your feet heavy on the ground. And we're going to walk through and kind of wake up our senses and wake up our body so we're really in our body. So just pay attention to what you hear. Just focus on that sense alone. Now focus on what you are feeling. So are you sitting in a chair? Is your back up against the chair? Is it comfortable? Do you feel your shoulders rolling forward? Do you feel any tension in your neck? Get so detailed that imagine you can feel something coming up from the ground, maybe a vibration, maybe even a warmth. And I like to do a little body scan where I start at the top of my head and work myself down all the way to the tips of my toes. And I feel every space in my body. I put energy, I put breath into every space in my body. And at this time, it's very normal to get chills or a feeling of warmth, of lightness. And you will get used to that feeling when you are in your body. You'll know exactly what that feels like. And now take a deep breath and just see what you smell. And with your eyes closed, see if you can imagine and see everything around you just like your eyes were open. And if you can't remember what something looks like, ask your body, what is behind me? I like to do a complete 360, just seeing everything around me. and then taste. Clear your throat and taste. So now what we're going to do is we're going to ask our bodies questions. So I will ask my body some questions and you choose to ask whatever you would like. But what happens now that we are in our body? We are waiting to hear that our body speaks. So it's not what we know, it's what we feel. And I like to start out with asking a question that I know is true. I'm going to open my eyes while I go through this. You guys continue to keep your eyes closed if that works. So we ask our body a question that we know to be true because we want to understand your yes or no, right? So there's many times in our lives when we have a decision that we need to make and we're not sure which one we should make. That's when we ask our eternal guidance. But to do that, we need to know what a yes or a no is. So be in your body, eyes closed, take a breath. And I'm going to ask yourself your name. So I'm going to say, is my name Cortney? So when I ask a question that is truth, I feel it in my gut. It's like butterflies. There's nothing like it, right? You know that butterfly feeling. But if I ask my body a question that is false, like, what is false about me? Do you like liver? I think that's false. I really haven't had liver for a long time. Let's see. Does your body... my body loves gluten. Isn't that funny? I don't know a false answer. My body doesn't like gluten. But my point is, the answer is in my throat. I almost feel like someone's suffocating me. Okay, so I feel tightness in my chest. I feel it in my throat, and that is my no. So close your eyes and ask a question to be true. Where do you feel that? Now ask yourself a question to be false. A no. Perfect. Now when you feel you got a grasp on those, take another deep breath and start to move your fingers and your toes, just kind of bringing you back up, present with me. That's your intuition. That's your internal guidance. That little yes or no. Sometimes in this loud world, if we come to a time where we need to ask a question, do I need to go grocery shopping today? Should I walk into that bar? Take a deep breath first, close your eyes, and check into your body. The more you do this, the more easy it will be, and you'll know when your inner guidance is talking. But in the beginning, when you're working this muscle, it's a muscle like everything else. Take a deep breath, close your eyes, and then ask the question. And remind yourself, where do I feel in my body my yes? And where do I feel in my body my no? Okay? So now we're going to talk about how to develop that muscle, how to strengthen it. So your intuition is so strong, you're never second guessing. You always know the correct answer for you. It is so, so important. Okay? So meditation, right? Why? Meditation is the only thing we do that quiets our mind, guys. Even when we are sleeping, our mind is in chatter. So being silent with our breath is so beneficial for so many reasons. But number one, it gets you in tune with your intuition, your inner guidance, right? You're quieting your mind so you give your soul and heart a time to speak. So important. Daily meditation. Highly recommend in the morning, even if it's for 5 minutes. You can do guided, you can do silence, you can do a walking meditation. There's so many ways. Silence in the morning, silence before you go to bed. Anyone that has sleep problems, silence and meditation before you go to bed is so helpful. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Journaling, so big. So I have a morning routine. I do my meditation, I grab my journal, and I spend time in quiet, usually 20 to 30 minutes. And I write whatever my intuition tells me, right? I'm listening to my higher self, my intuition, my inner guidance, and I'm writing things out. And I can't tell you how many amazing ideas come out. That's where I'm creative. And things that I'm struggling with, I will just put it out and say, I leave this to you. I surrender this to you. And once I listen, I get all the answers. I just wake up, I start journaling, and it's like, yep, that's what I need to do. That's where I need to go. That's how I need to be. It's absolutely amazing. It's like your counselor every morning, getting you ready for your day. Using all your senses. So like we did in the grounding meditation, I like to go outside and I do sense by sense. So I close my eyes and I see what I see in nature. I listen. I feel, I smell, I taste. I go through all my senses. I wake up my senses, because what that does is get you back in your body. So important. Stop talking and start listening. Gosh, guys, that is a happy habit. It is. The more we listen, the more we learn. And sometimes if we just quiet, we don't end up having to say a thing, right? How many times have you just listened to someone explaining something to you and you know the answer, but you just quiet and sit back and wait for them to get there, and all of a sudden it's like they didn't ask anything from you. They just want you to listen. They get what they're needing. They thank you like you gave them this huge present, and then they go away. And you haven't gave them any energy but an active ear, right? So think about that next time. When you want to speak, hold back, take a breath, and just listen. So valuable, so valuable. Honor your guidance and listen to it. So, right, the more we use the muscle, the more we listen to it and do what it says, the more it's going to talk to us. It's a relationship like everything else. We have to feed it, we have to nurture it, and we have to believe that it knows what it's talking about and do what it asks. If you start doing that, you'll see the amazing results. You'll never think of anything else. You'll go straight to inner guidance anytime you have a question. Tarot cards, or tarot, however you want to say it. Tomato, right? I love tarot cards. Now I have several decks. It just depends on where I'm at, but I want to give you my, I call Where's Waldo deck, because it's one of those cards you look at and you're like, I don't even know what I'm seeing. So you have to go internal and say, what is this card speaking to me, right? So another way to strengthen your intuition is ask it a question. Let it speak. Ask it a question, be quiet, wait to hear the answer. So one of my favorite decks is Dream Dust Shamanic Tarot. And this is by Sue Kovac. So when I first started getting into listening to my intuition, I was introduced to Sue Kovac, and she has actually done the artwork on these and created them all herself, and they're beautiful cards. But more than anything, what they have done for me is to listen to my inner guidance. So I'm going to show you one of these cards just to give you an idea. Oh, this one's perfect. The Magician. So look at that card, okay? There is so much going on there. So if you were to look at that card, you'd be like, I don't even, my mind is telling me that's chaos. I'm just telling you what I'm feeling now. That's chaos. There's a lot of pretty colors, but I have no idea what it's trying to tell me, and it's giving me a headache, right? But if we close our eyes, we go into our heart and we ask, take a deep breath, get into your body and ask, what is this card telling me? No matter what your body says, it's truth, right? So one person would look at this card and ask themselves a question, it would tell them one thing. And another person would look at the card and ask themselves a question, it would tell them another. Because it's about you. It's your internal guidance. That's why tarot cards work for everyone. They're amazing. They really are. I love these things. I pull a card every morning. I ask a question. It delivers. I journal about it. Before you know it, I have all the answers I'm seeking. Now, that is just one way to strengthen your intuition. Not all tarot cards speak to people. So you do what works for you. And there's thousands of decks. If you need any suggestions, once again, go over to balancewithcourtney.com shop page. I have all my favorite tarot cards there. So check those out. I don't have Sue's on there because she didn't have, I have that Amazon store, but I'm going to put a link for these cards at the end of this video. So you can definitely check these out because these are amazing and I love supporting small businesses. So thank you, Sue. All right. We did the asking yes or no. The more you do that, the more it will strengthen your internal guidance and trusting in the knowing that you are being guided. So just trusting yourself, right? It all starts with you. So, you know, we're so about wanting others to love us, wanting others to trust us, wanting others to like us. But before we give ourselves those aspects, that respect, that love, no one else is going to, right? So you really need to believe that you are worthy and that you have the answers inside. Because who wants to speak to you if they know you're not going to believe it, right? That's just speaking to deaf ears. So really take time and work that muscle of trusting yourself. You are worthy to be trusted. Okay, doing creative things. If we all could just work that creative muscle a little more and be more creative in our life, oh my gosh, you guys, wow. Because on the other side of being creative is survival. And that is a scary place to be, where you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're just doing one thing to get by, right? When we create, we feel like the world has opened up, like we have so much talent and abundance and there's so much around us. And when we are in creative mode, others are attracted to our energy. It's so inviting energy. I mean, think of all the people you follow and then inspire you. They're creative beings. They're authentic beings. They listen to their inner guidance. It all has to do with creativity. Creativity. Work that muscle. So many ways to be creative, right? Living with a purpose. Why else are we here, guys? We have all been put here for a reason. Once you discover that purpose, your life flows with ease. My purpose is to spread love and light wherever I go and to inspire others to find their happy and make it a habit. That's what I'm put here to do. That's what I can do and have this conversation. We're at 23 minutes and just talk about it all day long, because that is who I am and that is what I'm here to do. Finding your purpose is so important. And once we're there, once again, we're connected to what we're meant to be doing and who we are. So our intuition is going to be louder and we're going to be strengthening that muscle and we're going to be listening to that muscle. Find your purpose. Happy habit. Well, guys, we talked about what intuition was. We did a grounding exercise. I explained how to really tune into your body, get present in your body, and really go through all your 5 senses. We talked about your inner dialogue, your yes and no, and what that sounds and feels like for you. And we talked about ways to create and to strengthen your intuition. I think you're ready. One day at a time, try one of these techniques. Write it down, see if it works for you, go on to the next. But more than anything, every day, you guys, make the decision to listen and not talk, and treat yourself with some quiet time. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Rest your day, whatever it brings you. The weekend is almost here, and I will see you guys back here next Thursday, which is Valentine's Day. So I'm thinking I might do Friday. I haven't made up my mind yet because, you know, y'all might be busy. But then again, you might not be, and I have an awesome topic on Valentine's Day. So I'm going to make a decision to be here for you. Yes, we're going to be here together, spreading the love on Valentine's Day for happy hour. Until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. You can find me at balancewithcortney.com is my website, or you can join my Happy Balance Facebook group full of beautiful people supporting happy habits. I'm here for you however I can. Just reach out. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you.